The price of food doesn't jump all at once. It moves quietly. It moves between meals. You notice it in small moments, standing in front of a fridge at night, thinking about tomorrow, scrolling a delivery app after a long workday, walking past a familiar street stall and hesitating just for a second before ordering the same thing you always do. Nothing dramatic happens, no alarm, no warning, but something feels slightly different. The same meal doesn't feel as light on the wallet as it used to. Not enough to panic, just enough to notice. Most people brush that feeling aside. They tell themselves it's nothing. They're still eating, still working, still managing. But that small feeling keeps returning, and later we'll come back to why that matters more than it seems. Daily life in Thailand moves fast. Morning routines start early. Commutes begin before the heat rises too much. Workdays are full, whether you're in an office, working remotely from a condo, or running your own small business. Food fits into these days almost automatically. Breakfast is something quick. Lunch is something close to work. Dinner depends on energy levels. You're not careless with money. You're not ordering luxury meals every night. You choose normal food. Rice dishes, noodles, simple Western meals sometimes, street food, mall food courts, occasional delivery when the day is long and the air outside still feels heavy even after sunset. You're doing what responsible people do, balancing time, energy, and cost. And this is important to say clearly. You are not failing. Most working people in Thailand are doing the same thing, trying to live well without excess, trying to enjoy food without turning every meal into a financial decision. But slowly, food stops being neutral. It starts carrying weight. You might not say it out loud, but you feel it. The same weekly grocery run feels thinner. The bag looks full, but it empties faster. Meals that used to feel normal start feeling like small treats. And you don't change your habits much. That's the quiet part. You still buy the same brands, still order the same dishes, still eat out the same number of times. Your income hasn't changed much either. No big drop, no big raise. Yet the space between paydays feels tighter. This is where many people start blaming themselves. They think they're missing something obvious, that they've become less disciplined, less careful. But here's the truth that often gets missed. Food prices don't pressure you by shocking you. They pressure you by blending in. A few baht more here, a smaller portion there, a delivery fee that didn't exist before, a minimum order that quietly increases. None of these moments feel serious alone. Together, they reshape your month. And in a moment, this will make more sense. Food is daily. That's what makes it powerful. Rent hurts once a month. Utilities fluctuate, but are easy to track. Food shows up every single day, 3 times a day, sometimes more. It doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't wait for a better month. And because food feels necessary and familiar, we don't question it the same way. We adjust emotionally before we adjust practically. You might eat slightly smaller meals. You might skip a snack without thinking about it. You might cook at home more, but enjoy it less because it feels forced. None of this feels like a big decision. It feels like adaptation. This is something worth noticing. The pressure isn't loud, it's persistent. Street food is a good example. Thailand is known for it. Quick, affordable, comforting. But over time, you notice changes. Portions feel a bit lighter. Extras cost more. Dishes that used to be an easy default now make you pause, not because they're expensive, but because they're no longer invisible in your budget. Grocery shopping tells a similar story. You walk the same aisles, pick up the same items, but your total creeps upward. Not enough to force you to stop shopping, enough to make you think twice next time. Delivery apps add another layer. They save time, they save energy, but they also blur the real cost of food. Small fees stack quietly. Packaging, service charges. You don't feel them meal by meal. You feel them when the month ends earlier than expected. And this is where the awareness shift happens. It's not that you're eating too much. It's not that you're irresponsible. It's that food costs move in a way that avoids attention. Not fear, awareness. When something rises slowly and constantly, the mind normalizes it. You adapt before you question. Food is emotional. It's comfort after work. It's social connection. It's routine. So when it becomes more expensive, the impact isn't just financial. It affects how relaxed you feel day to day.
You might feel slightly guilty ordering something simple.
You might feel constrained even when you're technically fine. This is financial pressure without noise. No single moment forces change, but the accumulation does. And here's one detail most people miss. Food doesn't just cost money. It costs decision-making energy. When prices rise quietly, you start thinking more. Every choice takes a little more mental space. That mental space used to be free. Now, it's occupied. That's why food price pressure feels exhausting, even if the numbers don't look extreme. In Thailand, daily life makes this even more noticeable. The heat drains energy. Work days are long. Food is supposed to be easy here. That's part of the appeal. When ease disappears, stress replaces it. Cooking at home sounds like a solution, and sometimes it is. But ingredients rise too, and cooking requires time, planning, and energy. When you're tired, convenience matters.
And convenience costs more than it used to. Not dramatically, just consistently.
This is how quiet changes shape daily life. You don't stop eating out entirely, you just enjoy it less. You don't stop buying groceries, you just feel less satisfied with what they give you. And slowly, food shifts from pleasure to calculation. This isn't about cutting comfort, it's about removing confusion. Once you see the pattern, the pressure feels different. Not heavier, clearer. You realize the problem isn't you, it's the frequency. Food touches your wallet more often than almost anything else. So even small changes have outsized effects. And because these changes are spread across days, weeks, and moods, they're hard to track emotionally. But you feel them, late at night, after work, when choosing tomorrow's lunch. This is where many people misunderstand what's happening. They think they need stronger discipline or stricter rules, but the real shift comes from noticing patterns, not punishing habits. Design, not discipline. When you become aware, you regain a sense of control, not by eating less joyfully, but by understanding where the pressure actually comes from. This channel exists to help you notice quiet changes before they become heavy. Food prices aren't just about meals. They're about how safe and stable daily life feels. When food feels uncertain, everything feels slightly off. The goal isn't to obsess, it's to observe. To understand that when daily costs rise quietly, emotional weight follows quietly too. Once you see that, something shifts. The pressure loses its mystery. You may still spend the money, but you stop blaming yourself for the feeling. That's a powerful change.
Here you go. Thank you.
As you move through your days, notice how often food asks for attention now compared to before. Not to judge it, just to see it. because awareness is the first step toward breathing room.
And this is an ongoing process.
Each everyday cost tells part of the story. Food is just one chapter. Next time you pause before ordering a familiar meal, ask yourself one gentle question. What exactly am I responding to right now?